Good day, ladies and gentlemen. We are back once again inside of Anime Apex, where today, not only are we going to be checking out the brand new update, but as well we're going to be checking out the two latest brand new updates, along with obviously a bunch of really cool stuff. Now, of course, I'm not going to spoil anything just yet. You guys are going to have to stick around for the amazing things as I have planned. But just going to quickly say though, feel free to like and subscribe if you do end up enjoying these videos. And also, whilst you're, playing the game, feel free to use my supporter creator code. Trust me, it really helps the channel out a lot. But anyways, apart from that though, let's go ahead and let's jump right into this. Alright, so first things first, let's actually, read through the update log. That way, we don't miss out on anything super important. For example, update 2 over here, as you guys can see, has the brand new, or should I say the new, Justice Unveiled event. Now, what exactly is in this event? Well, there is quite a lot of the typical stuff. It's kind of like events that you see in like tower defense games. For example, have a look over here, right? We have a whole section of the map that is dedicated towards this event. And using the new currency, which is going to be called Justice Gems, we can either A, roll for units, for example, the Secret Eternal Elf Mage, or B and C, we can do quests in order to get said gems, and then a mystery box, which can give us anything ranging from something common like, gems, all the way up to the super rare stuff like Orb of Perfection and special equipment and auras and even a 1 in 3k secret weapon. Yeah, I've been saving up a bunch of gems for a while now, and hopefully with said gems we can get something good. But moving on from there, we have dungeons, which is kind of like dungeons from Anime Immortals. Enemies spawn around you, you have to take them out for like 5 waves, and then every 5 waves you get like a special chest, which you can either get gems, arcane gems, or even boosts to help you out progress further within the dungeon. Then from there, we have some level cap increases, a bunch of codes, which probably, the majority of them have expired, but I believe I did go ahead and use them. Now down over here, we have update 3. Now, just so that we don't waste too much time, just to sum up what was added in update 3, we have a brand new world, a bunch of new weapons, new units, obviously secrets included, 3 new equipments that may or may not be helping us out a ton, especially maybe that's a golden magnet and heavy hammer. Then from there, we have more free-to-play game passes, a dungeon leaderboard, even more leveling cap increases, and once again, a bunch more codes that you can actually go ahead and use some of them, like update 3, JJK, these should not have expired just yet. But awesome, now that we are done checking out the update log, we might as well jump into the update. So just before we go ahead and check out the brand new world, right, let's check out this Justice event. So I'm not gonna bother opening up these banners, right, because I don't really have enough gems to get something like decent. Like the secret over here, 0.5% chance. Even if I had maybe 5,000 of the Justice Gems, it's really unlikely for me to get something better than, for example, the Legendary. So I think I'd rather go ahead and open up the mystery box, because not only will it give me the exclusive stuff that isn't like units, but as well the most common thing that it does give me is gems, and honestly, I wouldn't mind getting a few more of them. We only have 18k at the moment. So let's go ahead and let's see, ladies and gentlemen, from all of these gems, what am I going to get? Was it just 250 gems? Oh wait, no, I'm pretty sure it displays your best reward. So my best reward from those 10 rows was 250 gems, aka the 1% chance. So let's try again, right? Maybe this time I will get something better. So let's see. Okay, I think it's giving me all of the rewards now. So 50 gems, 250 gems, and that seems to be it. Yeah, to be honest, I think I'm still a bit confused how exactly this works, but I am going to assume that probably it's only displaying gems and arcane stars and whatnot, right? Whatever, let's just go ahead and keep on, I guess, spam opening until we get something really nice. So skip animation, we got a bunch of gems and potions and, ooh, even this Justice Potion as well. But come on, game, I really want something nice. We can definitely do really better, right? Like, I really want that aura, or maybe that 1 in 3k sword. I mean, getting that would be so awesome. Well, it seems like we are out of Justice Gems at the moment, so now is the time to see if luck was on my side. So when it comes to weapons, we got only these Holy Excaliburs. Alright, I think my best usage for these weapons is most likely going to be on maybe the units that have like really bad swords, like this one for example. This Monarch of Night for some reason has a 2 damage weapon, which you know, is kind of useless. Let's pop on that Holy Excalibur, so at least, you know, it's not like I just wasted 900 Justice Gems. And here goes the other one, another one on this Sun Sword Wielder. Now, what about the other stuff though? Did we get maybe any cool items? I mean, I know we got a bunch of potions. We at least got 3 of these Mythic Justice potions. And then I guess from there, that seems to be relatively it. Yeah, I don't think my RNG was that good when it came to this mystery box. But I guess you can say though, the most OP part from that was most likely the 2k gems that we got from there. Like 2k for just like 5 seconds of opening. That's honestly really awesome to have, and it's especially going to be helpful for the secret hatching that is going to be coming up in today's video. But let's leave that for the time being, probably the final thing that we do in today's video, and let's actually go ahead and jump on into the final world. So the portal should be right on over here. It's going to be costing 250 billion, not too bad. Now, apart from obviously new enemies and new swords that we can unlock, I'm pretty sure we should have also unlocked some of the new equipment as well, right? Because the update log did mention like 3 of them. Yeah, here they are: Golden Magnet, Heavy Hammer, and Handful of Coins. Now, are any of these like relatively good? Handful of Coins is kind of meh. I mean, it doesn't really give that much of a boost when it comes to coins. However though, the Golden Magnet over here is really broken. Like the common tier, right? The worst one that you can get. 60% extra range. Unfortunately though, it does kind of come at a very hefty price. 500 billion for just one? Oh, and don't get me started on this Heavy Hammer over here. I can't even get it, but again, it does make sense why it's so expensive. Like, we're talking about like a 50% to a double increase from the previous best damage equipment. I have a feeling that I may or may not need to really rely on getting good secret weapons and as well getting good secret units. Whatever, let's just claim these leveling rewards over here because I just noticed I had a few of them extra. And when it comes to the skill points, let's just pop them somewhere, I guess here for the time being. Now let's move on to the enemies of this world, right? Are they going to be, you know, the super tanky that we kind of expect in every update, or are they relatively easy to take out? Well, considering that the common enemies over here kind of have like 8 trillion HP, I have a feeling that the boss is going to be like quadrillions at like bare minimum. Let's get ready to be absolutely shocked. So the Curse Collector over here, he is going to be having, is that 60 quadrillion HP? Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna go ahead and walk away from that. I'm not gonna bother trying to like time-lapse it. It is not happening. The game is kind of telling me one thing though. SMG needs to get stronger and he needs to get stronger now. So how on earth are we going to do this? Okay, here's a good idea. How many of the arcane stars do I have? I have around... Actually, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to check it. It might be at the banners over here. Oh wait, here it is, literally right on the side of the screen. So 1.38k, right? Now this is really good. Because I do want to go ahead and get myself some lucky traits, right? Because the lucky traits are going to be handy when it comes to, for example, hatching for the secret stuff, right? Like the secret weapons and the secret pets. But the big question is though, how far do I want to go? Like for example, do I want to use all 1.3k of my stars? No, probably not. It does seem like though that if I do want to have a good chance of getting the best banner luck, or should I say lucky related items really easily, I do have to buy, you know, the expensive green crate, you know, 50 stars per 10 opens. I might go broke really fast, but at this point, I have nothing to lose, right? Let's just go ahead. Let's use maybe, let's try 500 stars, right? And then from there, let's slowly start building up our lucky team. So then hopefully from the 20k gems that I've been saving up for so long, we will finally be able to get more than 1 secret, but maybe like 2 or 3, maybe even 4 or 5. Yeah, let me cook for a little bit. I'll catch you guys soon. And okay, ladies and gentlemen, after rolling around 1000 arcane stars, we managed to go ahead and get ourselves all of these traits. Now, although we did actually get this really awesome one, you know, the Colossal Secret, remember, we are more interested at this very moment in getting the lucky related stuff. For example, Socialite 4. I'm 99% sure this is the second best trait for luck that you can get. And apparently as well, it's supposed to be stacking. And oh yeah, something that I want to point out to you guys. In case you didn't already know, you guys know legendary units and secret units, right? Well, something that I completely forgot about is they actually have 2 trait slots. Not 1, but 2. And even the secret, by the way, the secret one has 3 slots, meaning that the ideal lucky team would obviously be a max setup of like every single secret unit having the 3 secret lucky traits. But obviously that is too unrealistic, so for the time being we're gonna go with legendary units, and we are going to be giving them all of these Socialite number 4s. So let's just go ahead and pop all of these into them. So boom, boom, boom. Now, of course, just because we don't have enough Socialite 4s in order to get like a full team, that doesn't mean that we shouldn't go ahead and use the less rare stuff. For example, Socialite 3. I have 22 of these, and the difference in luck isn't actually that much, like 5% compared to 3%, you know, that's very, very small. So we might as well go ahead and just remove all of these like extra traits, right? Like even on my secret, I'm gonna remove all of them for the time being, and I'm going to pop on all of my lucky stuff. Because trust me, when you have like a 3% boost, right? Again, that's like a 1.03x boost. When you get like 30 of them, it really stacks up. And keep in mind, they stack on top of each other. So 1.03x times 20 is not going to be 1.6x. It's probably going to be much, much higher. Let me go ahead and show you guys. So this is what our team is going to be looking like for the time being. As you guys can see, they all have Socialite 3 or higher, and every single one of them has at least 2 of them. However, just because our team is done for the time being, that does not mean that we are done, since we probably have still a lot of probably combining to do, you know, the lucky toots over here. We can definitely go ahead and create a bunch of these and maybe get a full team of maybe 9% or maybe even 11%. Yeah, this is gonna be a pretty hefty process, but don't worry, you guys are not gonna have to wait as long as I am, so let's just cut to it. 3, 2, 1, and awesome. Just like that, we have now combined all of the equipments that we should be needing. So let's just go ahead and equip all of these bad boys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and okay, we just need 2 more. Now all of our slots are filled up with all of this juicy luck. Unfortunately, I would have loved to buy a little bit more of the epic ones, but there's not really much I can do, since right now I am missing out on a bunch of the, what is it called? The gold. Probably I'd need to go ahead and work on a loot luck setup, like off camera, for like a future video. But since that isn't the main premise of the video today, and you know, the equipment is all done and dusted, we might as well do the last few things that we need to do. So that is going to be popping on the right title, because you know, some titles do actually give us extra summon luck, so let's equip that. Then from there we can of course pop on potions. But just before we go ahead and do that, let's reset our skill tree and then pop everything here into the lucky section. Let's be smart though, we don't want to just pop on all of our skill points into random stuff. So let's buy all of these, so then that way we can go ahead and get this Luck of the Draw, which will give us 20% loot luck, but most importantly, the 20% banner luck. So in order to reach that luck level, we need to buy this, and then let's buy maybe 2 more of that. Then we buy that, and now I'm pretty sure we can just go ahead and max out all of these different levels. So how many more levels do we need? We need just a few more. So let's buy that. And then let's buy that, and nice. We now have Luck of the Draw, which is kind of what we really need. I mean, we could get this, you know, gives us extra shiny luck, you know, why not? And then I guess we might as well go ahead and max out the weapon crates. And is there anything else from this part? No, there isn't. So we might as well just pop, I guess, the rest of this into here. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I am 99% sure that we are now ready. Now, is the right pet in Banner, right? It is the Honored one, which right now I'm not exactly keen on rolling this guy. Like at this very moment, I do have this secret weapon, which apparently its main user is Sung Jin Woo. And obviously, when you pair the right weapon with the right enemy, there's an even extra bonus damage. So yeah, for those reasons, I am going to, again, wait a little bit so then, you know, that way we don't end up wasting our hard-spent gems. And, oh yeah, just want to let you know, the reason I have less gems right now is because when I was checking out the weapons crate, I accidentally ended up opening 10, which costed them 3,000 gems. Yeah, huge misclick on my end, but hey, we managed to get a few of these really OP common weapons. Another crazy thing is that we also managed to get the legendary weapon, which right now is on my honored one. If you guys just look down a little bit, as you guys can see, it does 8k damage. That is ridiculous. I have a feeling, not gonna lie, that the main goal of today's video, though, is not going to be getting weapons. It's probably going to be units. Because think about it, the more secret units we get, then the more OP stats we're going to get, because in general, pets have more better base stats. And as well, they can even equip 3 traits each, which obviously, if I were to get, for example, Socialite 4, that is going to be 15% extra luck on every single unit. Plus as well, units are relatively cheaper, like each roll on the weapons is like 300 gems, whilst on the world banner, it is like half that. Yeah, 200 gems. But anyways, here is the right player, or should I say units, that we are looking for. So let's go ahead and let's start popping on all of our potions. So we want to pop on 1 Banner Luck 1, 1 Justice Potion, 1 Banner Luck 2. I don't know why I was going to say Bonner, but it's fine. But yeah, look at all of that. We now have all of the right Banner Luck stuff on. Let me just go ahead and make sure I have my lucky team. Yes, I do. So let's go ahead and let's pop on the grinding. Now, hopefully we are going to get lucky and at least get 1 secret unit. Because honestly, if I don't, I'm going to be very, very sad. Okay, here's a legendary. That is really cool. The more legendaries we get, actually, the more OP my secret unit is going to be. Because remember, secret units are actually stat pets. They are as strong as your very best pet. Come on, game. Give me that red glow. Ooh, a shiny mythical. Okay, I think I'll take that. Wasn't expecting to get one of those, but okay, sure. What is next? Oh yes, the secret unit. How did I almost forget? Come on, game. Come on, please. We already went through 10,000 gems. Do not end this video on an L. Just one red one. I believe it should be like 2 or 3% chance at this very moment, so it's not actually that rare. So Demon King. Any more legendaries? Okay, another Demon King. Another legendary. Still no secrets. Okay, we have like 2 more 10 rolls left, and then we are cooked. Please, game, please. Am I seriously not going to get it? I'm on like my last 4 rolls. Oh my god, we're not gonna get it. Even with the huge luck boost, we're gonna get 0? Very last spin, it all comes down to this. Come on. Oh no. Okay, it's not over just yet. If I just quickly maybe spin some of like my daily spins, I mean, it will give me a few gems, which might help me get like a few extra rolls or 2. 50 gems. Can we maybe get that 10,000 gem roll? That would be such a lifesaver. Okay, I got barely over enough to roll around 3 more times. So it really actually comes down to 3 more rolls. Please, game. I don't ask for much. Last spin, we only got a rare. Dang it. Whatever, it's fine. I did kind of expect this, to be honest. Like, I knew one day I was eventually going to end up making a video where I just wouldn't get anything, like, good, even no secrets, even with, like, a huge OP luck team like this. I just didn't think it would come so soon, okay? By the way, does it actually show me the chances with, like, all of my potions? No, it still only shows, like, 0.5. Well, there's no point, I guess, crying about it. It happens, it's fine. We'll just, I guess, grind for another really long video. Let's at least end this off on a W, right? So if I just quickly go ahead and take off this weapon over here, right? So let's just replace it. And then if I just equip best and then attach like the appropriate weapon to this guy over here. He wants, yes, the inverted heaven blade. As you can see, this unit now gets a 50% extra damage boost. Now that is really good. Plus as well, enemies hit by this unit take 20% increased damage from all sources. Wait, does that stack up from every unit? Not gonna lie, if that was true, that would have been crazy, but unfortunately, it isn't. Let's at least attach some good loot luck related stuff to these units, so then that way at least maybe I might be able to grind a little bit more efficiently for like the next few videos. So let's just pop on affluences just like so, and then I guess we can move on to the next best thing, which is going to be these fortune 4s. Yeah, once again, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize if you guys were expecting some kind of like a OP secret luck, but unfortunately, I guess things don't always go our way. Whatever, I guess this is going to be my new main tree. I did manage to go ahead and get that extra unit equip on the warriors page, but I also invested actually quite a lot into the greed section because I didn't really touch on this, and it's actually pretty OP, you know. I get around an extra 10% more gems since, you know, they're 10% more likely to drop, and as well an extra around like 6% to get arcane stars, which, hey, that might stack up over time. Yeah, not gonna lie, I think I'm just coping at the moment. I need to figure out a really efficient way to grind gems in this game because I have a feeling AFKing, even with like a gem setup, is not the right way. Actually, that reminds me, how much do I even get with my damage setup on? 219k per click. That sounds wrong. Yeah, the next ascension is supposed to be like 1.6 trillion, and I'm not entirely sure how on earth the game expects me to reach there. Like, I'm pretty confident that I'm doing something completely wrong. Yeah, feel free to let me know down in the comments. Maybe I can try focusing on improving in this game because, yeah, there's definitely a lot of work to do if I want to go ahead and apparently get another secret. Or maybe even get on the leaderboards, because there are weekly leaderboard rewards, but I am not sure how far away I am. Let's see, on the unit power leaderboard, I am 102k, which I'm not entirely sure if that is 100% right, because honestly, it doesn't sound like it. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll see if like one of the top leaderboard players can give me like tips and tricks on what I need to do to improve, because I have a feeling even though my team is kind of relatively mid, is it really that mid? I mean, I know I can definitely add like better traits on everyone and better weapons, but still though, I have a feeling good old SMG still has a lot of work to do. In fact, I think I'm going to try and make sure that I study this game a little bit better, because I have a feeling that a lot of you guys are in the same situation as me, where you're wondering like, okay, the next ascension's like 1.6 trillion energy away. How on earth do I reach that? Don't worry, hopefully within the next at least few videos, I will have some answers for you guys. And yeah, the next video won't be kind of an L like this one, where we don't get any secrets or nothing. Have faith in me, ladies and gentlemen. Also, feel free to like and subscribe if you do want to see more videos on this game. And until next time, I guess I'm gonna continue grinding, you know, AFK stuff, auto training, auto fighting, all of the good stuff. So until next time, don't forget to also use my support creator code in the shop. But yeah, I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.